Welcome to today's explainer. All right, let's just dive right into how a simple, honestly kind of mundane daily movement can radically transform your aging biology. We're talking about the squat. Now, not as some grueling gym exercise, but as a daily, life-extending habit. Listen, if you've been feeling your knees sort of creak when you walk downstairs, or if you feel like your energy is slipping as you cross into your 40s, you are definitely going to want to pay close attention to this.
Okay, so we're starting off with a pretty massive finding here. 15%. That is the shocking increase in bone density that Japanese researchers found in people who maintain a daily squat habit, compared to those who are basically sedentary. It literally stunned the medical community. I mean, just by sitting down and standing back up, these individuals had completely fortified their skeletons. It turns out, this everyday movement is actually one of the absolute most powerful bone fracture prevention tools we have available for middle-aged adults.
So here's our roadmap for the explainer today. First, the ultimate anti-aging pill. 2, inside the 40 squat body. 3, the 30-day challenge. 4, perfecting your squat form. And 5, squat variations to try.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the ultimate anti-aging pill, debunking the gym myth.
Here's the thing, you really don't need heavy iron or some pricey gym membership to combat the physical signs of aging. Your skeleton acts a lot like a house frame. When you squat, you create what sports physiologists call a mechanical load. Basically, as your body weight presses down on your hips, your thighs, and your spine, it sends this huge wake-up call to your osteoblasts. Those are the cells that actually build bone. It forces them to work harder, laying down brand new bone tissue and making your skeletal frame thicker and much more resilient to that brittleness that usually creeps in after age 40.
Moving right along to Section 2, inside the 40 squat body, transforming your biology.
Doing just 40 squats a day literally flips a biological switch in your body. First, let's look at your structural upgrades. Beyond the bone density stuff we just talked about, squatting actively thickens the cartilage in your knees. Studies from orthopedic journals actually show that regular squatters have significantly healthier knee cartilage than people who just stick to walking. You're directly fighting off the everyday wear and tear that leads to osteoarthritis.
Have you ever heard the phrase, motion is lotion? Well, this continuous movement is exactly why people say that. As we get older, this vital natural lubricant called synovial fluid naturally decreases, which is exactly why your joints feel all stiff and achy in the morning. But the continuous up and down motion of the squat acts like a pump, pushing this fluid all over the joint surfaces. It's exactly like putting oil on a rusty door hinge. It's a literal lifesaver for creaky knees and ankles.
Now, moving up from the joints, let's look at your core, muscle, and blood. After age 35, you lose about 1% of your muscle mass every single year. Squatting puts the brakes on that, hard. Plus, it acts as a second heart. The intense contraction and relaxation of your massive leg muscles actually pump blood back up to your chest, reducing blood pooling and varicose veins. Eastern medicine even refers to the legs as the root of blood and energy, or qi. And on top of that, keeping your torso upright during a squat engages your abs and lower back so intensely it practically locks your core into an invisible suit of armor, protecting you against herniated discs.
And here's where it gets really crazy. By engaging so many massive muscle groups all at once, your quads, glutes, core, and back, you're basically forcing your endocrine system back into a youthful, anabolic state. The movement triggers the release of testosterone and human growth hormone. It also rapidly burns calories and vastly improves your insulin sensitivity. It's an absolute gold standard for warding off middle-aged metabolic issues like type 2 diabetes.
So, how do we start without wrecking our knees? Armed with all this immense biological motivation, you're probably asking yourself this exact question right about now. Because let's be real, trying to bang out 40 squats on day 1 when you haven't worked out in a while is a one-way ticket to knee pain and quitting by day 2.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 3, the 30-day challenge, your actionable roadmap.
This roadmap actually comes directly from fitness communities who've successfully navigated this exact journey. Notice the integrated rest days on day 4 and day 7 here? They are absolutely essential. When you're building new muscle fibers, the actual growth happens while you're resting on the couch, not while you're moving. Starting with just 20 squats lets your central nervous system adapt to the movement pattern without overwhelming your joints.
The real secret to avoiding injury while doing a 30-day challenge in your pajamas is gradual progression. You use progressive overload, meaning you're adding just 5 or 10 reps every few days. By day 30, community trackers show users comfortably hitting up to 160 squats a day. But to get there, you really must respect those rest days, and you absolutely must nail the technique. All right, on to Section 4,
perfecting your squat form for safe and effective movement.
Let's just address the elephant in the room right now. Squats do not hurt your knees. Bad squats hurt your knees. When it comes to proper form, you want your feet shoulder-width apart with your toes pointed out just slightly, about 10 to 15 degrees. Now, when you descend, do not push your knees forward. Instead, push your hips back, exactly as if you're reaching for a really low chair behind you. Keep your weight planted firmly in your heels, not your toes. Remember, it is definitely not about going as deep as physically possible. It's about maintaining control, keeping your chest up, and making sure those knees track directly over your toes without collapsing inward.
And finally, Section 5, squat variations to try, keeping the journey exciting.
So once you've conquered your 30-day baseline, standard squats might get, well, a little repetitive. By cycling through these variations, you make sure different parts of your legs and core are constantly getting challenged. The Sumo squat, with its ultra-wide stance, beautifully targets the inner thighs. The goblet squat, where you hold a dumbbell or even just a heavy water bottle at your chest, forces your core to work overtime just to keep you upright. Then there's the Bulgarian split squat, which is a unilateral powerhouse. It isolates one leg at a time, fixing any strength imbalances. And the frog squat is just amazing for opening up tight hips. By mixing these in, you are building a highly functional, well-rounded lower body.
I want to leave you with this incredibly powerful thought from our sources to wrap up today's explainer. The middle-aged body doesn't weaken because of age, but because of a lack of proper movement. Wow! Your body desperately wants to rebuild itself. It just needs the right mechanical signals to do it. So my question to you is, are you ready to give your body the 2 minutes of focused movement it craves today to build a stronger tomorrow? Go ahead, stand up right now, and let's get those first 20 squats in.